our first touring and rental fleet, so these are the first two rental bikes.
Okay, so if you just want to test it out a bit, you can.
The first 500 k's on for the first service.
Okay, okay.
And she takes the Himalaya trips. So
Yes.
on Wednesday
So
for the Himalayas.
on Tuesday we're doing a tour up in the Himalayas.
The actual Himalayas.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that sounds interesting. Yeah, we're actually climbing quite a bit, so we have beautiful views back at the valley here. I'm sure it's the Bot River, I'm not sure, Bot River Lagoon over there. This is a beautiful dirt road. I must say I was very much, well, pleasantly surprised by the beauty of the Jongens Klip Road. All, well, riding there through the, well, even before that when I just left Greyton, riding through the canola fields. Sure. This Uilkraals River Road. Oh, it's a beautiful road. It's a very, very good condition. And it seems any direction we look, there's some canola to be seen. I really need my GPS at the moment. I see that in 3 kilometers I need to make a turn to the right again, so it's guiding me through this little track. But don't worry, I do put a link to the route that I take, a Google Map route for every video I post, so please go and have a look if you're interested to see exactly which roads I took, because sometimes it may seem a bit confusing me just making turns. But yeah, I do make an effort to properly or accurately track the route that I'm riding, so just go and look for that link in the video description. You can see that lots of rain has caused damage here. At least in the last week or so there was not any rain, so the roads have dried up quite a bit, making it much easier to ride. Yeah, but the guinea fowls, every now and then I come across quite a number of them that I need to scatter away. So now I see this bracket is breaking off again, so you can see how it moves. Luckily I saw it this time. So yeah, there it breaks off. So I had a problem like this in the past, so I will now just need to see whether I can find a replacement bracket. Hi!
Hello, how are you?
Fine, and thanks.
Good.
You going for a joyride?
Great.
Great, and I came from Greyton this morning. Yeah.
Where did you come from now?
Well, from Greyton.
You come from?
Yeah, so I'm taking the dirt roads.
Yeah, that dirt road is fantastic.
It's fantastic. This morning the canola fields is just perfect.
I went on Wednesday last week, and it looked like everybody had painted everything.
It is. It looks like a picture. It looks like a picture. So where did you come from now?
from Franskraal.
Yeah, so I'm going actually right in the opposite direction because I'm going to Franskraal, Kleinbaai, and then probably Gansbaai.
Okay, we live in the Kelders.
Okay.
Spending the night the weekend. This is the new Royal Enfield Himalayan.
Okay. Do you actually get them in South Africa?
Oh yeah, they're selling like bloody flat out.
But is it new? Could you always?
Have a look at it.
This is an older one.
This is the old one. This is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
This is the best off-road bike you get.
we can maybe have a bit of a discussion about that. No, I don't know the Royal Enfield, so
So this is the new one. This is brand new. Tim.
On that bike.
Yeah, I'm just like admiring you.
I've never rode like that on
hello, I'm Werner. Yeah, but it looks
From Great.
yes, yes, it's fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, it is so beautiful. So these are two the same ones.
These are the Himalayans.
Yeah. But I didn't know you can buy. Could you have always bought them in South Africa?
It runs Royal Enfield Aid. You must see their showroom in Cape Town. They got
Okay,
a showroom.
that's nice. Yeah, the Himalayan always has this round. It's almost like a feature of the speedometer and so on. So what size engine does this one have?
That's a 450.
450. Okay, okay.
It's a new Himalayan. And so it has ABS on, off, eco mode, performance mode, so turn on eco for off-road, for traveling.
So are you running the franchise in Cape Town?
South Africa, yeah.
In South Africa? Okay.
So we have the dealership.
Hello, Werner. Nice to meet you.
And we also have the touring and rental fleet, so these are the first two rental bikes.
Okay, so if you just want to test it out a bit, you can.
Only the first 500 k's on for the first service.
Okay, okay.
And she takes the Himalaya trips. So
Yes.
leaving on Wednesday
so
for the
on
Himalaya.
Tuesday we're doing a tour up in the Himalayas.
The actual Himalayas.
This one, the Himalayas.
Yeah, no, that sounds interesting.
And we're going every year from July till September.
Yeah.
3 tours.
Oh, it is. Sorry, I'm actually recording at the moment. It's actually good, so I'm hearing what you're saying. So yeah.
No, so we're doing 3 tours every year, heading up to the Himalayas. It's an 8-day trip. We have 2 tours. One is really heavy duty off-road. The other one is more mellow for novice riders. Absolutely beautiful.
But do you take the bikes with, or how?
We have bikes there.
You've got bikes there. Okay.
We design the tours and run the logistics, and I'm the sweeper.
So your name is again?
Sabrina.
Sabrina. No, this is.
That's Royal Enfield South Africa or Royal Enfield in Cape Town. You'll find us in the city.
No, I'm gonna check it out a bit.
Oh, come on over. Come for coffee. Come for test drive.
Thanks. But I mean, I'm not gonna leave my CRF
No, you don't.
soon.
But you can always play over.
Yeah.
What is this, a 500?
No, this is the 300.
300?
Yeah. Sorry?
Where are you riding from?
I came from Greater now. But I started from Cape Town already Friday, so I'm making this. I'm going to do a circle route heading back to Cape Town, probably via Clarence Drive in the end. Sorry, what's your name?
Tim.
Tim. Okay.
No, but this one loves dirt.
Well, this one as well.
No,
I mean, I must say, this is a revelation. I didn't even know Royal Enfield sells in South Africa. That's how little I knew.
It's here, so it's
So you couldn't get Royal Enfields but before, or what?
no,
Or
we
you
had in 2016 the last Royal Enfield dealership closed down, and in the beginning of this year in March we opened Cape Town, and in May we opened Johannesburg. as
Okay.
dealerships. So yeah, no, we have
But I know it's popular bikes in the rest of the world, eh? So no, that is nice, yeah. But enjoy this ride. I mean, this canola fields up to Greyton is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So this is now interesting. Stop. The Royal Enfield Himalayans are launched in South Africa, so that is quite interesting. I now need to just look for a bracket. Yeah, so I found a replacement bracket. I mean, these brackets breaking off like this is actually quite irritating. I really need to find, you see, this plastic on the DJI here is of good quality, but when it comes to the rest of the GoPro plastics, it's not so good. Just get this off. Yeah, so this is the broken bracket pieces. What's left of it. suppose the weak point in the bracket is that it's only got 2 parts there. So when the roads become a bit bumpy, that's where the strain on the bracket is just a bit too much. So let's get the camera back on. Okay, that looks better. Let's continue. So there are all kinds of extra clamps here, and also extra blades for the drone if some of the blades gets damaged. Yeah, so now you're getting a little bit of a look at the messy little bag that I that I have here, my tank bag. Let's put my snacks away as well. But what an interesting little stop here with the Himalayan group of people, and I also get the card of the lady. She invited me to come and have a coffee at their showroom in Cape Town. I didn't even know Himalayan motorcycles are sold in South Africa, and she did confirm, yes, it was in the past. Then the dealership closed down, and now they are revitalizing the dealership. But I know the Himalayans are, of course, iconic bikes, and many off-road riding is happening with that. So. Let's continue. These are just fantastic conditions. There is really not a breath of wind. But this Uilkraals River Road is completely different. I find it quite different to the Jongensklip Road, where you had these canola fields. This is a little bit of a different kind of environment. Yeah, I just love the variation. But we are of course getting closer and closer to the sea now, so one expects things to change a bit as you get closer to the coast. Yo, but look at this, almost like an estuary here, huh? So this must be the Uilkraals River then. Yeah. We just take it a bit slower here. Some significant dairy farming activity here. Oh, this road is so good. I'm catching myself out that I'm maybe going a bit too fast sometimes. Yeah, we are crossing the Uilkraals River here. Let's depart here from the Uilkraals River Road and head on to Franskraal. Now Franskraal is the town at the coast where the Uilkraal River actually runs into the ocean. But yeah, Franskraal is of course one of 3 seaside villages that are right next to each other there on the peninsula. And the first one is Franskraal, and the second one is Dyks Bay, and then the last one is Kleinbaai. And we're gonna make a bit of an excursion to see all 3 of them. And at that little peninsula we also have quite a famous lighthouse. It's called Danger Point Lighthouse, and that peninsula is called Danger Point, and it's called Danger Point for a very specific reason. It is indeed a very dangerous point where many ships have wrecked in the past. on that peninsula, of course, on the other side is maybe the more well-known Kleinbaai. Yeah, but this little road remains interesting. But now it's only about 17 kilometers to get to Franskraal, so we are actually very close to the coast. Yeah, I'm immensely enjoying this ride. It is just such a perfect ride. I think on a motorcycle, conditions play a big role. You don't always have the conditions in terms of winds and rain and so on that makes riding enjoyable. But today, and also you will agree, the previous day, the previous trips, been an absolutely beautiful weekend. Ah, that must be the Uilkraals River Dam. Oh, there one is a better view of the dam. We're getting closer and closer to the dam actually. It's more than one dam. Okay, now I can see there's water here, but there's also a bit of a lower level of water down there. This is just a smaller dam. The big one is the one that we are seeing here in front. Yeah. I'm just assuming that this is the Uilkraals River Dam, but maybe it's more like a bit of an estuary, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm afraid I think this is the end of dirt roads for now. We are now connecting up on the R43 again, which is the road to Kleinbaai but also to Franskraal. So Franskraal is actually very well known for all this whole peninsula here. Right up to the end of the peninsula, it's called Danger Point, is very much known for being very treacherous. Rocks and conditions here for ships, and a lot of ships have shipwrecked here in the past. The most well-known one is actually the HMS Birkenhead that shipwrecked here in 1852. Yeah, the HMS Birkenhead was transporting troops, but also about 13 women and a few children to the Eastern Cape, where some of the wars in that era took place. But it shipwrecked here after it hit a rock about a kilometer or so off the coast. And it's an interesting ship because it's a steamship, but it also had sails. But what is so well known about this ship is that was the first time where the women and children first principle was applied when a ship was wrecked. And actually all the women survived, although all the women and children did survive, although many men did perish. Look how beautiful it is in Franskraal. So this is Seaview Drive in Franskraal, and as far as I know, that little building there is the Sunveld Museum, where the coastline here is commemorated, and especially some artifacts apparently of the HMS Birkenhead is then also displayed there. Yeah, I can see even there is a little board up here that says Birkenhead 1852. So this museum commemorates very much what happened during that shipwreck. You can just see how rocky this coast is. Okay, so I'm going to follow this route along the coast because the very next town is Dyks Bay. But But let's see how close I can keep to the coast to just see a bit more of this. But I'm now making my way to Danger Point, where there is, as I said, quite a famous lighthouse. But first going to pass through, well, the rest of Franskraal, and then van Dyks Bay, and then Kleinbaai. Now Kleinbaai is particularly well known as the place where tourists go to do cage diving to view sharks. Apparently the sea here is very, very rich in seals, and they also have Dyer Island just off the coast here, where there's apparently 50,000 seals, and that attracts a lot of sharks. Beautiful, beautiful little bays here. Yeah, but the sea is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful color today. Yeah, I can understand why they say this is treacherous. I mean, these rocks yeah, so one can see Van Dyks Bay here, and then I'm not sure if Van Kleinbaai, yeah, so this is all Van Dyks Bay, so this is the whole bay, and then Kleinbaai is actually just across there. It's Kleinbaai. Yeah, let's ride around to see some more. I think this is the Kleinbaai harbour, and this is the place where the shark diving in cages depart from. You can actually see the cages, yeah, on the boats here. White Shark Diving Company, that is it. Yeah, just look at it. I mean, getting into a cage like this, and then having a look at the sharks approaching you. I suppose there are people that likes that kind of adrenaline rush. I would rather stay on the bike, thank you. My destination for today is the Danger Point Lighthouse, so let's see if we can find that lighthouse. Apparently there is a nice little dirt track, they actually call it the 4x4 track, that leads along the coast to the lighthouse, but I'm not so sure if I can ride that track with my motorcycle, but let me try and find out. Oh, this is actually the start of the 4x4 trail, so let's see, it just looks like a very scenic little road to ride. How nice is this? Getting to some proper off-road, well, small dirt road track here at the end of this trip. It seems like this road, as far as I understand, continues now to the lighthouse. I hope I don't end up in some gate again. Let's see, I might even have a little bit of sand to negotiate here, but this all looks good. And look at the beautiful, beautiful little flowers coming out. Flower season is upon us in the Western Cape. Oh, here the road does become a bit more rough. But no problem for the CRF. Well, I must say, I'm enjoying this little ride now. You actually have to go over some rocks. I can see why they call it the 4x4 track. And there in the distance I can start to see the lighthouse. Yeah, so still some distance to go. But I will enjoy this trek to get there. The most beautiful flowers. It's like a garden. Yeah, the yellow flowers are taking over here, but these orange daisies are just beautiful. No, this is just stunning. Yeah, I'm not sure if that is the end of the 4x4 track, but it seems like we are back onto a better road. What a beautiful little track to ride. Oh, gives me joy. We are finding ourselves now towards the southern end, or well, the end of this peninsula, so we are getting closer to the lighthouse, and we've also left Kleinbaai behind us now. But this little road, even though it's now become a tar road, remains so beautiful. Not sure how well. It seems like there are gates here, so we cannot get closer to the Danger Point Lighthouse. Unfortunately it is closed, but there we can see the lighthouse. Yeah, I made a stop here at the Danger Point Lighthouse. Unfortunately the gate is closed. We cannot get closer, but you can see it there in the background. But maybe just some interesting information about this lighthouse. It was established already in 1895. It is 18.3 meters tall, and apparently it's got 3 beams that displays every 40 seconds when this lighthouse is shining. Just an interesting little fact about this specific spot where the lighthouse is that Bartholomew Diaz apparently set foot here on 16 May 1488. I always find this kind of information so exact and so long ago. Very interesting. We had the same situation there where Vasco da Gama, of course, set foot in St. Helena Bay on my West Coast series, where we know exactly the date. And yeah, 16 May 1488, Bartholomew Diaz, he was here. But you know, in situations like this where I'm caught up with a gate, or where a gate causes us not to get close enough, Gogga comes to the rescue. So please join me. Let's have a look and see whether Gogga can see more of this lighthouse. This now brings us to the end of this video. What a trip, what a trip. Departing there from Greyton, riding through the fantastic, magnificent canola fields, the Jongensklip Road, doing the Uilkraals River Road, and then ending up here in Franskraal, Van Dyks Bay, Kleinbaai, and now at Danger Point, where we had a good look. I trust you agree that Goga gave us quite a good look on the lighthouse. Thank you very much for joining me on this trip. It was immensely enjoyable to me. I hope you enjoyed the trip. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will be departing here from Danger Point now, so this series of trips are continuing, but I will bring that to you in the next video. Keep well and bye bye.